Good afternoon, everybody. I'm a bit of the outsider here, or the cheveux dans la soupe, the hair in the soup. You'll tell me afterwards. It was not coordinated, but this, I think, is for the 65% who voted no on Matthieu's question. But I'm not here for this. There is a little button for the 18% who said not, but considering it. So this is the start button for them. The others finished. So basically, we're talking about a phenomenon which is here to stay, has started only a few years ago, but it's already huge. And the community that is going to take that in coming years, already now, but they still have little money in the wallet. But they're coming big, and this is 25% more than the baby boomers after World War II. So this is going to be huge, huge, huge. So those who don't understand today that we have a digital revolution, an internet revolution, and a series of crises in front of us, won't see this huge opportunity which has started, and some are already taking advantage of this. This is really what's going on, and others have mentioned it, so just an image, I think you understand. I don't have a car. I use a car when I want, 24 hours a day for a very, very cheap cost. Boom, boom, boom. It's insured. People do that for me. I don't have the burden of nothing. And if I want a tool like this, in 5 seconds online, in 5 minutes, I find it, you see. And this is going fast. The service is getting increasingly useful. Internet today, at the world level, it's 45% of people connected. We're talking about 80% connected in Europe. 80%, this is huge. It's not about quantitative only. Look at here. Qualitatively, in only 20 years, every of these symbols tell you something about what internet is bringing to us, how we can use internet. I often talk about a webetization. We've learned the internet, and right now, since only, I would say, 5 years, we're using really internet in a much more productive way. And when I say we, it's every individual connected. It's the peer-to-peer revolution. Now we're not just consuming internet, we are producing with internet. And this is a huge, huge, huge change. And tomorrow, this is what's going on. Smart cities, we're talking about it. Investment has started. But tomorrow, our society will be completely transformed by what's going on here. And this, I would say, give it 5 years, give it 10 years maximum, and lots of things will be completely transformed. So this is the peer-to-peer community, right? Where an individual can, in real time, at the local or the global level, connect with another peer to exchange goods, services, time, resources, blah, 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 whatever. We don't even know what's going to be created. But this is a community. And honestly, I read the manifesto of AMICE right before, because the previous talk was a bit too complicated for me. So, but there I could see that, basically what is behind your companies, it's also a community. So maybe it's good here to rethink about, the people you deal with in another way, because behind the history of your organization, the notion of community is at the root. And right now, community is back on track, and it's a key concept. So here I think there is, I don't have an answer, but I think here there is some room to be creative, and I join exactly what was said before me, that you have some assets in your game of cards that you could really use and be therefore competitive compared to other companies. Here, just something behind, like if you use eBay, Airbnb, and others, you normally have to rate your peer. And here it's interesting, a company like Trady is now dealing with insurance company because they say, you know what, you don't really know what is the good which is being used. You don't really know who are the people who are using it, so it's complicated for the insurance. But why don't we use the community to rate the peers and to say, hey, but actually this guy seems to be really safe. It's good. He's making, so this is like my profile. I went on there. So they check all the services or the platform you use. And then they tell me, oh, I'm gold. This guy is really good. All the people he's been communicating with are super happy. And on the profile picture, I'm on the left, of course. But this is then interesting to see how this community could provide you data so that in a risky environment, you basically work with your community. And you don't have to stress and to invent it all from top down. Peer-to-peer insurances, you know better. I mean, coming here, I looked a bit. For me, that was a bit new. But I think previously they talked about it. They're going to talk about it later. So I don't go into detail here. But for me, what's important, I think, for 65%, which said no to Matthieu's question, don't watch this train. Because at some point, it will be too late. You need to catch it in a way or another. And the way is trial and error. Nobody's got the answer on what is going on today. But those who don't catch the train will, in a record time, 5 years maximum, you'll be really behind. So I would say, you know, John, you are here. I don't know how many organizations you are. But in terms of open source, sharing data, working, creating ideas, you have brains and ideas, and you could become really competitive at the European or global level in only 5 years if you work together. So I think this is really a great opportunity for an institution like yours. Finish with this, time is up, but we're organizing a big conference following the one in New York, and this is platform cooperativism. And those who are interested in building the new kind of playing field for this, come and talk to us. This is going to be really big, and the cooperatives have a huge role to play in this stuff. Thanks a lot, and looking for your questions.
Yes, please stand. Matthieu, you had a question also for the audience. Do you think that the rating system used by the collaborative economy platforms could be used by insurance to assess risk?
Yeah.
Yes. So do you think it's so or not, or you don't know? Okay.
I think I know the answer.
Yes.
Oh, no. Oh. I would say no. Honestly, I thought
you would.
That's interesting. And I think it's a great move because, as I said, play with your community. They've got knowledge for you, and it could be useful.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks
good.
a lot.
That's a good answer.